Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more DreamHack Bucharest action. Again, these are the early games of the day, but they're still good games nonetheless. Spawning here in the upper right corner of the map on NeoPlanet S, a map you guys might not have seen for a couple weeks now at this point. It is the player from mYi, ABomb.
His opponent, lower left-hand corner of the map, the green Zerg player from Dignitas, is Tefel.
Protoss versus Zerg, Dignitas versus mYi, Ireland versus Poland. However you want to look at this matchup, it all boils down to the fact that this is NeoPlanet S, a map that it wasn't removed from the map pool because it was bad or imbalanced or anything like that. But the one thing it's rung true with this map more than anything else is how frustrating it is to maintain a third base regardless of what race you are.
Yep. It is a small map as well. Very tight quarters. It's a little cozy. But I guess these players, you know, being that they may not have been playing on a while, it's going to be curious to see who's got what planned on. Do they want to take it, you know, just in an early game fashion, or do they want to try to risk that third base style to say, you know, whoever gets it up is going to really be the one to win the game?
Well, let's not forget, too, you just kind of said it's a tight map, and I was going to point out and add on to that, there's a lot of great places to take engagements with force fields on this map.
Peculiar observation there, Rifkin.
Well, I mean, I said it before the game. Like, I said I could kind of see ABomb coming back. What I should have said is I want ABomb to come back, because I want this to go to Game 3. I do not want this to be another 2-0 this early for DreamHack. But hey, if it does happen to be, it will certainly be deserved. Oh, Doom taking a bit of a sneeze there. I was like, wait a minute, what just happened to the microphone? But at any rate, we got the gateway expand this time. There is no forge coming down, but it's still a bit of a bold move here. So to explain the gateway expand for people, you don't build a gateway with the hopes of rushing a bunch of zealots across the field and trying to pummel your opponent to death with a stalker early on. I mean, there is the zealot stalker mothership core combo push, which you can poke in and do a bit of damage with, but the reality is when you go for a quick gateway, ideally, that means you're going to get a quicker cyber core, which means you'll get quicker later tech, which means you get something like a Stargate really quick, get Phoenixes out in the field, get an Oracle out in the field, and be incredibly abusive with those.
Yeah, and noting that this is a deviation from his build last game, it really felt like that was his core goal, to get that you know, Templar Archives up for those Archons, and then get that charge, and then push out the field from there. But you know, Tefel just kind of slipped in with his roach speed +1. Just, you know, everything came together for him all in that one moment in time, and that's, you know, we're gonna have to see if that's his plan going forward from here.
It pretty much was like the perfect counter timing is
yeah.
what a lot of that boiled down to.
And Tefel's got very crisp builds, and like I said before, mainstay of WCS EU Season 2, or the entire WCS season this year. So he's been playing against the best players in Europe. Meanwhile, you know, ABomb, we haven't seen him really make that push to get into the upper echelons of, you know, European StarCraft 2, but this is his chance this weekend, man. He can do it.
Hey, my insanity, I think, already used up their like good luck mojo on Stardust. I don't know if they have any left for ABomb, but I do want to see this guy succeed because, again, I said in the first game, and I'm not going to drown in it too much, but this guy's been playing Protoss to like, not to win per se for the Heart of the Storm beta, but he was doing it to test out. He knows every bit of this race better than anyone else does. So I know he's got the potential in him. It's about whether he can execute it or not.
We'll go for that +1 here, right off the bat. We'll have to keep an eye out for when Twilight Council, or the Templar Archives goes, or the freaking Twilight Council goes down. If it does go down, if he plans to transition into something involving +2, or if he's just going to go off 2 bases here with the +1.
You are aware now with that fumble, when we get a Templar Archives like 30 minutes in the game, I am going to make sure to point that out. Like,
good.
Because I am, of course, the scumbag co-caster.
Well,
but man, hold the phone.
Added on, man.
Yeah,
6 gates being added on.
This is like, hey, have you been training with Stardust? This is what I would ask normally, no. But ABomb does not have the gas to make a ton of sentries and push like you might see. So the 7 gates for now, I mean, it's weird to say, but it might be defensive, or I'll take that back. He is putting pylons across the field, so we're gonna have Zealots warped in pretty much en masse, some Stalkers as well, but sadly, when you go for a big push like this, the real powerhouse to that punch is the sentries, and he's got none on the field.
Well, looking at you know, Tefel's setup over here, he really doesn't have that much to defend, and if he doesn't catch wind of what's actually going on,
Actually, I missed the +1 weapons coming out. This actually be a great time with Zealots and Stalkers.
Yeah.
Tefel is gonna, if he doesn't scout this coming, his Lings simply will not cut it.
Oh, there it is. 2 Lings on the field. 2 Lings on the field. Are you going to see the big warp in of Stalkers here? 6 drones were on the way for Tefel as well. He's only got 3 larvae on the field and 2 roaches in production, Rifkin.
This is going to get awkward fast. He just doesn't have the capabilities to deal with the +1 weapons. Are not quite done yet, but when they do finish, Zealots will 2-shot the Zerglings instead of 3-shot them, and they will just shred through the Zergling lines.
Yes,
but we do have 8 roaches coming out.
Ooh. All right, 13. That number is going to climb up higher and higher. There is no speed on the Lings done just quite yet. So the Stalkers can posture back and forth as they try to approach them. You know, the roaches are going to come in piecemeal here from the main base, so Tefel's got to do his best to try to keep everything together.
He pulls the workers. I like this. Mineral walks towards the third, traps a couple of the Stalkers, but of course the Zealots are perhaps a little too much. But Tefel with some great control segments the Stalkers away from the Zealots, and the roaches are able to kite back just a little bit. But this is so much coming out of ABomb. I don't know if Tefel can hold this still. The roaches are doing a great job, that's for sure, but these Stalkers have still not gone down.
He's trying to do his best to keep the spread, is Tefel, and now as we're just looking at ABomb warping in more and more units here, the big drone pull is going to come here. Tefel may have gotten caught with his pants down and trying to take that early third base.
Might have been the case, I don't know. ABomb, though, is starting to get cleaned up. Tefel's looking like he's going to hold this now. It was looking a little rough before, but now the Zealots are gone. It's drones and it's roaches coming up on top of Stalkers, but here comes 5 more Zealots, and this is the worst part of fighting Protoss. How do you deal with these warp-ins? Well, he's actually dealing with it quite effectively. The answer this time appears to be a lot of roaches.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of drones fell in this engagement, you know, overall here for Tefel.
22.
So I don't want to say that ABomb's out of it per se.
He killed 22, but there's still 39 on the field. Like, Tefel's not in a bad spot at all, but he's got to be careful. He does not get too greedy with his counterattack. His roaches do not have speed. Oh, actually, hang on. Do they actually? No, they don't. I thought so. So they're trying to catch these Stalkers off of creep. It's just not going to work. Actually, got to give credit to ABomb. He's got some amazing kiting going on right now. He is dealing with these roaches a lot more effectively than he should be able to.
And he definitely realizes the urgency of the situation, being down 1 game early in this series. If he doesn't take this quick, if he doesn't take a victory here against Tefel, then his odds to get out of this group are going to be much slimmer than if he were to win.
Oh God, you couldn't have said it better. But I mean, like, we got those Zealots still warping in here, and these roaches. Oh, where's the Galil reconstitution? Where's that roach speed? Because he just cannot keep up with these Stalkers.
There's no Lair. Lair just being morphed now on the field. +1 is about halfway done at this point, and
I wish Tefel would take out this pylon and just fall back for the time being. Like, he knows how committed ABomb must have been. Like, that wasn't 5 gates. That's 7 gates of warp-ins at a time, and he's just throwing away roaches right now.
Everything being balanced on a knife's edge here, trying to take out Stalkers 1 by 1 is Tefel. Slowly creeping forward with his roaches.
He is going to get another Stalker there, but that's going to be the end of that for now. His Lings are going to come back home. He's got to get ready to defend because ABomb could continue with this assault. That's the beauty of a 7-gate. Okay, you lost your pylons. I'll go get some new ones down. Looks like, yes, he's going to start placing down new pylons. Now, this is the beauty of the creep spread, too. Sorry to interrupt, but I was going to say, he can't get the pylons nearly as close as they were before because the creep tumors were established behind this. So big props to Tefel for doing that.
Yeah. And what a great surround there on the Stalkers. Those are the units that you definitely want to be attacking with the Lings. And the execution there from Tefel was just too perfect. ABomb's going to tap out. Wow. And we get another quick 2-0 in our hands, Rifkin.
I want to point out, though, ABomb did say good luck at the end, so that was a totally manner defeat. Good guy, ABomb. But yeah, really quick series of